Hey y'all, so we're back again. It's been very peaceful, and I had something on my mind I wanted to talk to you guys about today. So, y'all know in my last video I talked about mental health and how passionate I am about women getting the mental health care that they need and deserve in order to be the best in their communities. Whether or not you're a mom, if you're a woman, you have some sort of really important impact in the community that you are in. Direct impact on the younger ladies, the younger children, the males around you. If you happen to be a mother, on your own children, on your nieces and nephews, and so on and so forth. And I wanted to talk about how the food that we're being fed right now here in the United States is killing us, and it's causing mental illness that can be preventable. And so, in the same vein of me promoting mental health, one of the things that I plan to really incorporate into my holistic approach to making sure people are mentally healthy is making sure that they understand nutrition, protein intake, carb intake, fats, that they understand what insulin resistance is, and that they're aware that what you put into your body directly affects the state of your mind. And I noticed that in my teenage years, mostly in African homes, you eat African food, but they're really lax about sugar. Like, I remember we had ice cream whenever we wanted it. And I don't think that's a bad thing, but I think understanding the nutritional value of things and teaching that to your kids helps them make better choices in the long run, especially for women, so that they're not plagued with things like endometriosis, which can affect your mental health, PMDD, which is premenstrual dysphoric disorder, which is like PMS on steroids, or other hormonal imbalances, PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, okay? And things that can affect your fertility, which can ultimately affect your mental health, right? I feel like anything that affects the quality of your life ultimately affects your mental health. And so I just wanted to make this video to say, if you're a mom struggling with your mental health during your cycles, or if you're a perimenopausal woman, premenopausal, or you're in the thick of it, you're in the thick of menopause and you just don't know what to do, I just want to tell you that there are options for you. You can change the way you eat, you can change the way you live, you can change the amount of stress that you have in your life, and all of that is basically in your hands. You can change the type of work that you do to facilitate your health and your well-being. It's so important in this capitalistic society that we live in that women understand that resting and resetting at different parts of their cycle, if they're in their reproductive years, or resting and resetting as a perimenopausal or a menopausal woman, is mandatory to your overall well-being. You can't be in a job, like, for example, I'm a registered nurse, and nursing is a very physically taxing role to be in. And if you're not the type of person that knows how to set boundaries and take time for yourself, over time, you'll end up with your back thrown out. You'll end up with high blood pressure, diabetes, anxiety, depression, the whole gamut, because it's a type of job that requires your mental health to be in tip-top shape, your emotional health, your spiritual health even. Remember, you are in empathy overdrive every time you're at the bedside. Not only are you making sure that you're keeping your patients safe from medication errors, you're keeping them safe from errors that may be on the part of the physician, putting in wrong orders. You may be keeping them safe from just, hazards in their room, from falling even, right? We know falls are a big thing. You have to take care of yourself. I remember when I was on a med-surg unit at a huge Bronx hospital, I used to have this watch that tracked my steps, and I kid you not, I would do 20,000 steps in a 12-hour period. 20,000 steps. I used to do 20,000 steps a day easily. And I would look at my ankles and they would be swollen. And when I was pregnant with my daughter, I would have swollen ankles here and there. But this was bad. This was not good. So I say all this to say, take care of your mental health. As a mom of a toddler, I can't tell you that I don't have trying times. There are parts of my cycle where um, the patience is very thin. But with my, religious upbringing and the tools of spiritual success, good. The tools of spiritual success that I have, like calling on Allah. Yes, you get a head start. I'm coming. Calling on Allah and just doing things that help to like recenter me so that I'm not taking out any anger or frustration out on my child is absolutely essential. Is absolutely essential. I take ashwagandha. I take what else? Oh, I take ashwagandha. I take magnesium. Sometimes I take L-theanine. There are a whole bunch of other things. I'm gonna review them and come back. If you want to see that, I'll come back with another video. But sometimes toddlers just don't listen, and instead of getting frustrated about it, there are ways that you can ensure that, like making things playful, right? There are ways that you can ensure that they'll listen to you and they'll cooperate. Sometimes you have to try multiple times to get them to cooperate with you. So yeah, it's in those moments that I feel like, oh my God, I'm being tried, but at the same time, I'm like, I know it's gonna get better. And then also, being a first-time mom doesn't help either. Being a motherless mom doesn't help because you're constantly looking to, outside sources that may not fit with your, family dynamic to solve some of the issues. But for the most part, the people that have been around me have shared some wonderful tips and tricks for dealing with toddlers and have made it fun and have made it less stressful. Because during those times of the month where my PMDD is like rearing its ugly head, it is so difficult to emotionally regulate. Absolutely difficult. And that's another thing I'm really excited about, to be in Maryland, because Maryland, I just feel like up north has better healthcare in general, right? So I feel like if I'm looking for somebody that can help me, whether it's screening for ADHD or screening for anything that could impact my adult life, I know that I'll be able to find it here because there's so many options and there's so many, there are renowned institutions that specialize in those types of things. So yeah, I just wanted to make this video, talk to women out there. You're not alone. There are options for you. We're all going through it, despite what people try to make their lives seem like. We are all going through it, and we all need somebody that we can talk to and that we can be vulnerable with, outside of formal therapy, right? We need somebody that we can say, hey, this morning was really rough with my toddler, and I just need somebody to talk to and just, release some of these icky feelings, right? So we're at the park. I'm gonna go run with my toddler because that's what we came here to do, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.